Hey guys, Vindes here, with a follow-up video to the 2000 subscriber special video. So I'm going to be answering all your burning questions that you may have left on the previous video. Hopefully there'll be enough to make this video a decent length. I don't know. I saw there were like 50 comments or something. I've not read through them. I read the first few when they were coming out. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to wait until actually the video. So hopefully we got some good questions, otherwise this video is going to be very, very short. So, as my webcam just goes and falls on the floor. Number 1, will you LP Pokemon X and Y? I actually made a mistake in, it was either the 2000 subscriber special or the later finale or both. I don't really want to officially say yes to that. And I really shouldn't have officially said yes to doing Layton 6, Ace Attorney 5, or Layton vs Ace Attorney, because I don't quite know what the situation is going to be at that time. Let's just say it definitely is on the list of games to LP if I get the opportunity. Okay, there we go. For the purpose of your question, the answer is yes. I'm being very vague and mysterious here, but there you go. Question number 2. Hope you LP Layton vs Ace Attorney. Okay, half these questions are just going to be requests, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, Mendez, you think later games will be hard to LP? Then I dare you to LP the Nintendo DS graphical novel called 999, 9 Heroes, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. A really memorable game thanks to a mind-blowing plot. But it's absolutely impossible to LP it because of all the words! All this game is about words! Awesome plot, but really little actual gameplay. Check it out. Considering I've done a successful, quote-unquote, LP of Heartful Boyfriend and the best eroge ever, I think I could totally do it. It certainly won't be as difficult as, well, I don't think it'd be as difficult as the Ace Attorneys, but I'm gonna try those anyway. Spoiler alert! I'd love to see you do Layton 1 and 2. So would I, actually. Layton's one of the series that I kind of want to do the other 2 games of, because it's just a series that I've done so many games of. Similar to, one of the games I've done a lot of games in the series of, Zelda maybe, although I've not really done most of those. I just kind of want to finish series. Like, I've had a overarching project for a while where I want to play every Sonic game. That's going very slowly, but it's going. It's going. So Layton's another one I want to do all the games of, and they're just generally like, I want to start working on a franchise by franchise level, if you get me. I don't know. It's just something I'm kind of working towards. Like if I do a game, then chances are I at least want, if not have immediate plans in the future, to do all like any previous games in the series. So that is just how I work in terms of my workload of LPs that I like to pick up. So there we go. That is actually one of the reasons that I've not done the Kingdom Hearts 3DS, because I want to do Kingdom Hearts 2 before I do that, because I have never played Kingdom Hearts 2. Despite Kingdom Hearts being my second favourite game of all time. The later games are a little bit big for me to say, yeah, I'm going to do it in the near future. But I wouldn't be surprised if I managed to fit Layton 1 or 2, probably not both, before Layton 6 comes out. Maybe. It's like, so far in this video I think I've said, yeah, I'll do this and this and this and this and this and then all of these, and then I'm like, I don't have time to do all these LPs. And then, but deep inside I'm thinking, yes, you do have time to do all these LPs, record more! But if I record more, then people will get overloaded with videos. I don't care, record more videos, I'm sorry. Where did my life go so wrong? It's like I'm having internal struggles here. I'm totally well adjusted, what are you talking about? Oh my god, when are you going to LP a Sonic game? I already have LP'd Sonic 4 Episode 1, I've already LP'd Sonic 1, I've already LP'd Sonic 2. Is that all the Sonic games I've played? Jeez, I really should LP another one, shouldn't I? Okay, yeah, you know, I'm brushing way too many of these questions aside. I do want to genuinely answer all the questions. I'm going to start a Sonic game this week. There. Question answered. Are you happy? Again, another request comment, so there you go. I've been subscribed since New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and look how far you've gotten to. Congratulations on your 2K subscribers. Thank you! And keep on doing what you like to do. Just don't become the next PewDiePie. Which begs the question, what's your opinion on PewDiePie? I'm kind of wondering what you mean by don't become the next PewDiePie. Because okay. I have a lot of opinions on other LPers, let's say. There are some LPers out there that I absolutely love. There are occasionally... You know, I really advocate that everyone should just be able to do whatever the hell they want to do on YouTube. You know, it's not like it comes to the detriment of anybody else. Unless it does come to the detriment of everybody else. And it's not like it's detracting from other people's experience, because I'm very much a proponent of the fact that if you don't like someone's content, don't watch that person's content. Having said that, there are some LPs out there that I outright don't like. I wouldn't say PewDiePie is one of them, though. I'd say, if you've, you know, worked for your subscribers, done it for a long time, absolutely fantastic work. If you can make a living off YouTube, as I hope to do, hopefully soon, if you can make a living off YouTube, and you've outright deserved all the subscribers you've got, you know, you've done it through your own original series, great. If you've done it through pestering big YouTubers, getting shoutouts that way, using false tags and things like that to get people to go to your videos, basically underhanded marketing techniques, then I will have a problem with you. Like, if you got famous, either because you're a girl, or you were tweeted about by some big YouTuber, then I will probably have a problem with you. And outright not like you. There are a couple of LPers that I can think of. I'm not going to mention any names. But yeah, PewDiePie's not one of them. And I think that PewDiePie's obviously exploded in popularity more recently. But I don't have a problem with the guy. And when you say, I hope you don't become the next PewDiePie, I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. Obviously, from where I'm sitting, I would love to become the next PewDiePie. But I'm not gonna... What do you mean? Do you mean the way he kind of appears to put on a show for the audience by overreacting? I guess that's what I could take from this, and I will never do that, I can promise. I will always be myself. I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't know how to answer your question, I'm sorry. But I don't have any ill feelings toward PewDiePie, and I'll try not to become the next PewDiePie. In whatever way you mean that. I started during Young Merlin, back with my old name. Yes, you did! Well done! That wasn't a question, though. I still think you should do another Zelda game. Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword would be good. True. Or Majora's Mask or Wind Waker, you know, or whatever else you can think of. Yeah, people have said that a lot. To which I also refer you to the Layton 1 and 2 question answer of, I want to do them. It's just a matter of finding time. You know, and making a balance between me recording a lot and me not uploading too much to annoy people. If you get me. Also, have you played Witch? It's horrors, but it's not screamers and jump scares. It's quite subtle and only takes about 10 minutes. That sounds like my love life. Answer to the question? No, I've not. I have a completely random question for ya. How old is Mindez? That's not a completely random question. A completely random question is, how old is your aardvark? That would be completely random. But Mindez is 23. Congrats! When are you going to continue your Zelda marathon? Oh yeah, that thing. Yeah. Yeah, that thing. What I'd like to do is get a release date on the remastered Wind Waker, see when that comes out, see if I can fit Majora's Mask before then. If not, wait till Wind Waker. That's my general overarching plan with Zelda at the moment, I think. Having said that, I don't know when Wind Waker's going to come out. So, I don't know! Hooray! How do you record the 3DS LP? You mod your DS, your 3DS. This is something that I talked about when I first got the setup required. So here is my 3DS, very, like, wired into the matrix over here. And in the back we have 3 wires. One is the audio wire that goes to the back of the computer, to the line in. We have the plug that goes to the plug socket. And we have this, which is a circuit board on the back. That basically just captures the video input. So yes, it is modded. And that cable just goes to a USB. And that actually works incredibly well. It just like appears on screen, so I can just like use Bandicam or whatever I use to record it. I have to record the audio separately, but that's not a problem. And that's generally how it works. The mod itself is expensive enough that it's not really viable for most LPers, I would say. But I've definitely got my money's worth out of it in terms of LPs, and I'm going to continue to do 3DS LPs in the future, purely because it's a market that very few LPers can actually do. So, I intend to LP a lot of the 3DS games that have already come out. It's really amazing, the 3DS, because it's only been out, what, over a year? Yeah, well, a little over a year. Maybe a year and 4 or 5 months. And it's got so many games on it already that are just amazing. Like, I don't see how anyone can really diss the 3DS's library after a year. It really does have some amazing games in it. And Pokemon X and Y are coming out soon, so the 3DS library is only going to get even stronger. I love your wall scroll. My wall scroll loves you too. I've been around since New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the blind co-op adventures of Zeba and Mendez. I may not comment much, but I'm here, watching you from the shadows. You really deserve many more subs. You know what? Okay, I get this comment, not from this person, but I get this very comment. You really deserve more subs. At least once every week for the last year or so. Thank you for the vote of confidence. I can't say I totally agree, because a lot of the videos I put out there are absolute utter crap. But oh god, why did I say that? Now the comments are just going to be people telling me I don't. But whatever. But thank you for the vote of confidence, or the support, if you will. And I'm glad you think so. What's your favourite Mario game? If it's one you've not let's played, why don't you? Favourite Mario game? You know what, I don't think I have actually LP'd it. Actually, what is my favourite Mario game? Super Mario World obviously comes to mind. I think Super Mario Sunshine also comes to mind. I actually promised someone an LP of Super Mario Sunshine. I mention this every time I mention Super Mario Sunshine. I've not forgotten. I know I owe you an LP of it. I've not forgotten. My GameCube recording setup is a bit broken at the moment because my old Wii's dead. Like, the hard drive totally failed on it and now it can't read discs, so I can't actually do any GameCube LPs unless I use Dolphin or something. I might set up Dolphin because I'm pretty sure my computer can run it. Because I know I said I was going to LP Luigi's Mansion, I know I said I was going to LP Super Mario Sunshine. I've not forgotten about that LP. I promised. I promised. I'll do it one day. Like, I'm pretty sure you even sent me the game. And I've still not LP'd it, even though I've played it. Oh well. Like, what is my favourite Mario game? Okay. Super Mario World comes to mind. Super Mario Sunshine comes to mind. Oh man, the Galaxies as well. There's so many. then New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. Okay. Let's think about this. Okay, it's probably like it's between those four. I can't decide between those four: Super Mario World, Sunshine, Galaxy, and Galaxy 2. How can I decide a favourite out of those four? I can't. I outright can't. And I've not LP'd any of those four. If it's one you've not LP Let's Plays, why don't you? Because I'm LPing so much and I have so much to LP. Considering you gave us a bit of history on our channel, my questions are: what gave you the idea, or what experience made you start doing LPing? Doing LPing. That's good English there. Okay, my first foray into the art of the Let's Play came through, as a lot of people... I think a lot of people have this pretty much same story. Came through Sugar Conroy. Actually came through Badgerati, really. So Badgerati was on YouTube one day. This is when we were living together in Manchester. And he was on the YouTubes, and he saw this video saying, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, episode, I think it was like 26 or something. And he thought, oh man, a Legend of Zelda anime or a Legend of Zelda cartoon, that sounds awesome, and he clicked on it, and it was Sugar Conroy's Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, episode 26. And for some reason he kept watching. And then maybe a week later or so, I happened to be in his room, and he put on episode 42 or something, because that had just come out. And I said, what's that? And he said, it's this funny guy that makes videos of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. And I was like, oh. And I sat there and watched it with him, and then I was like, I could totally do this. How naive I was. And that was, of course, like back then when the Let's Playing scene was so undominated, really. I mean, there were a lot of people that Sugar Conroy inspired, and that was really when like the massive Let's Playing, started on YouTube. But there were only really a couple of big people at the time. And when was that? That was probably, I think, Sugar Conroy's Wind Waker episode 46. Let's have a look at this. Wind Waker 46, Sugar Conroy. That came out in January 27th, 2010. So I started LPing on February 20th, so it was a month after I saw that video that I started, basically. And I went and checked out Sugar Conroy's other stuff. I went on after that, before I started LPing, to go and watch his Earthbound LP, which is a game I hadn't played at the time. And it was so interesting, and I was like, oh my god, I could totally do this! And then it happened. There we go. That is the story. And just randomly, just to find out more about the person behind this awesome LPs, what is your favourite food drink? Now that I look at it, it sounds kinda creepy and weird, but oh well. Favourite drink? Pepsi Max. Probably shouldn't mention that on camera. I'm not being paid by Pepsi Max or anything. This is not product placement. Favourite food? Okay, I know what you're all thinking. But Mendez, you're so fat. How could you not have a favourite food? I don't really eat that often. It's become a bit of a, particularly on the live streams, it's become a bit of a thing for people to kind of have to remind me to eat. It's not that I, outright have an eating disorder or anything, it's just I tend to forget to eat because I'm busy doing other things like playing games. And when I do eat, it's just something like I'll throw a sandwich together or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. What's your favourite character out of the Layton series? Luke, every time. Hello, Professor! What is your favourite game of all time? Bit of a weird choice, this. I don't know if anyone... chances are you might not have even heard of the game. And I don't know if anyone else would rank it as their favourite. But I think this game I kind of discovered at kind of the right point in my life. You know, I think this game to me is what Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time is to other people. You know, it's that game that just kind of, every time you think about, instant nostalgia. And I've never mentioned it on this channel before. But I figure, you know what, I've been outright directly asked in a video that I said I will answer all your questions, so there you go. My favourite game of all time is Alundra on the PlayStation 1. The game is just fantastic, all the way through. I really should do some kind of LP on it, but I don't know that I could make a good one. Basically, the gameplay is kind of similar to Zelda. You go around the countryside, but you're this boy that can enter people's dreams, and like everyone in the town is starting to get nightmares, and you know, you have to go into their dreams and kill whatever demons are infesting their dreams. And it's just like every single part of that game I just outright love, from the gameplay, the storyline. The storyline's very emotional. Really, the only issue I have with that game is that the last boss is kind of poopy. And dies in one hit. But anyway, like, yeah, that game, it's just, ever since I've played it like 20, 30 times now. And every time I do, it's just, yeah, this is still an awesome game. I can't fault it. I know it came out on PSN recently as well, so I would highly recommend going and checking it out. I think it is by far my favourite game of all time. Second favourite game, Kingdom Hearts, I've already mentioned in this video. So there you go, Alundra for the PS1. I have one more question. Is that the one ring around your neck? I don't know. Let's try it out. Huh. I guess it was. Wow. And if so, how in the name of the sweet baby Jesus did you get it? I killed Frodo. What, you want to make something of it? Either that, or it came free with any Lord of the Rings related purchase on Dragon Reborn, which was a site that I got the Master Sword from. And you might be thinking, but the Master Sword's not a Lord of the Rings purchase. Well, Zeba got Narsil and... No, wait, you got Anduril, even. You got Anduril and Sting. So, like, he got 2 rings and he gave me 1. There we go. That is the story of that. Mendes question, completely unrelated to channel. Do you have any qualifications? Answer, completely unrelated to question. What? No. I have a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Yes. Your LPs are good, and so is your commentary and gameplay. You should have many more subscribers. Okay, first problem with that. Have you seen any of my gameplay? Like, I've kind of made it a thing about playing badly, and you go ahead and say my gameplay is good. I just take that as an insult. What's wrong with you? Have you even been watching? God! Neither the commentary, really, in the whole grand scheme of things. But again, thank you. You know, obviously you are your own worst critic, so... It's so weird that there have been no negative comments on this video yet. I'm just like... But all my videos get negative comments. But this one didn't. I'm so happy. I should just upload 2,000 subscriber specials all the time. Next week's going to be my 2,050 subscriber special. Have you eaten today? Yes! Yes, I have! I've already mentioned that. I've already mentioned you. Don't think I don't know you. Don't think I've not mentioned you. Are you still gay? Yes. Just gonna let that sink in for a second for those of you out there that didn't know I was gay. There we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go, it's suddenly sunk in. Yes, I am. This always happens. Like anytime I mention it in any of my videos, everyone's just like, the comment section just goes crazy. So yes, I'll just give you a couple of seconds to, digest that or whatever you need to do. Just let it sink in, and then we'll move on. There we go. We done now? Good. How did they breathe underground? Magical pixies. Okay, I should point out, this question's filled with in-jokes, so bear with me, everyone else that's not her. What in the balls happened to Black Mesa? Well, there was a resonance cascade and everyone died. Pretty simple. Oh, you mean the LP? Oh, that kind of died. Well, did you notice how many errors I was getting with the game? I just could not be bothered dealing with it anymore. Every time I go down the corridor, oh no, sorry! I did actually try another recording session, and again, the same thing happened in the same place, and I was like, for such a terrible LP, it is not worth finishing this. Like, for something that I didn't pretty much get any viewers on, it was one of my more disliked series, and, I probably could have got past the errors if I kept trying, but I was just like, you know what, nobody really wants to see the end, nobody really cares, and I feel like that with a lot of my LPs. Nobody wants to see the end, nobody cares, let's just give it up, go record something that people actually want to see. So, the LP will probably be finished. You know what I really want to do? Like a stream of some kind, where I just go ahead and finish off some LPs. Black Mesa would definitely be a candidate. And Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories would be another candidate. I'm not sure I can think of any others that are always completed. Orcs Must Die, I'm on the last level, and I've tried to record that 3 times and I cannot do it. So there you go. I'm pretty sure I can find other LPs, but I might just do like streams and just do like a final episode stream or something like that. Because those games are, they're the kind of games where I want to finish those LPs just because I want to finish the LPs. But nobody was really watching and they weren't that interesting to begin with. So if I make it into a stream, maybe it'd be slightly more interesting. That's the hope. Can I have your top hat? No. I would show it on camera, but it's all the way over there. All the way over there. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to turn the camera because my floor's a little bit messy, but no. What camera do you record your face with? That depends. At the moment, I'm using a Sony Handycam. But this is just for like HD stuff, where my face fills the whole screen! From that corner to that corner, and that corner, and that corner. So I need like the full HD experience. But for most videos, if facecam is required, it'll be this poopy little Logitech. Does that have a model number on it? Doesn't even have a model number on it, it's just a crappy Logitech webcam. And I kind of noticed just how terrible the quality was. Brr 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 brr. Brr 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 brr. Apart from Layton 3, what is the most enjoyable game you've ever LP'd? Oh man. I think I was asked what the most enjoyable game I LP'd was at like my 500 subscriber special, and I said Layton 3. I think that's why he's saying apart from Layton 3. I'm gonna have to get the list out, aren't I? I'm gonna have to get my list out, hang on. Yeah, I've got so many LPs going that I can't even remember all the LPs I'm doing. Asakura P. Absolutely Asakura P, absolutely Mariari 2. Those 2 LPs I think have been among my favourites so far. Absolutely, what else have we got over here? I think absolutely those 2. Definitely. What is your least favourite? Well... ooh, have I got a story to say about this one? There are a couple that I can think of immediately. But they're not actually ones that are on the channel. Because typically if they're absolutely least favourites, I probably won't keep them on the channel. just because they will be trolled to hell. Dragon Ball Z Connect is one that comes to mind. That is no longer on the channel. I've outright had to take that down because it was one of by far my most trolled videos of all time. Let's just say. So all the Dragon Ball Z Connect videos are down. I think there's still one on To Blind Gamers, but I've kept that up because, you know, Zeba seemed to get a lot better feedback than I did, let's just say. But the rest of the Dragon Ball Z Connect stuff, that's all gone down on my channel. Because it's just really not worth keeping it up. And the content was a little bit trashy anyway. Also, Binding of Isaac, that's all gone down as well. Because of certain problems that happened. Those also probably have gone down in history as one of my more trolled videos. I don't know, it's just like... To a certain extent I can deal with trolls, and to a large extent I understand and don't listen to the comments. But when it's certain things that get hugely trolled above everything else I ever make, I gotta kind of look at those videos and think, is this actually the kind of quality that I aspire to? And in the case of Dragon Ball Z Connect, and in the case of Binding of Isaac, it certainly wasn't. So, there you go. Those two LPs, just because they were not anywhere near good quality. I really want to do a Binding of Isaac LP, because I really love the game. But it would be very... No. No. I've got other games to do. I tried, I failed, and occasionally I do fail. The important thing is brush yourself off, get back up, start making videos again that are better quality. There you go. That's the key takeaway from this, really. You know, there have been... Okay, negative feedback tends to come in rather huge waves. You'll have like a huge wave of positive feedback for a long time. And then suddenly you just get a spike of trolls, spike of negative feedback, usually when your content gets featured on some website or something. Usually when you like do a new game or something. Something that tends to be fairly popular, something like Dragon Ball Connect again. And it can be hard. It can genuinely be difficult to just shrug off the negative feedback. Just because there's just usually so much of it. So, I mean, I've had my days, and I still continue to have my days where I just consider, you know what, do I really want to be dealing with all this? Why am I even bothering doing this? Why am I making videos for the internet? And there have been days, as recently as this Sunday. So this Sunday was a terrible day. Where I've just considered, you know what, I'm just quitting LPing forever. I just want to lie in bed and just focus on something else. And those moments are difficult, to say the least. But they pass. And the important thing is, you just gotta, you know, brush yourself off afterwards, say, okay, I accept that that series of videos, whatever, they were definitely not indicative of the quality that I strive for. I need to go record something else. I need to... You just have to not focus on it and just use it to improve. And the reason I'm talking about this so much is because I know that there are a lot of people out there that kind of have been inspired to LP because of me, or, you know, have been inspired to do things because of me, and I think that's absolutely fantastic that you're doing something, that I'm doing something that looks so fun that you want to do it yourself. But at the same time, I'm wary because I know that that encouraging you to LP essentially opens you up to this negativity. And doing anything on the internet, any kind of creative outlet, whether you're doing drawings on DeviantArt, whether you're making posts on Tumblr, whether you're, hell, just tweeting, any attempt, like, to make anything creative opens yourself up to such bitterness, in a way. And on YouTube it's doubly bad, because YouTube comments just have a reputation of being outright bad. And I just want to say to anybody that I may have inspired to do this, that their opinions do not matter in the slightest if you enjoy what you're doing. Full stop. It really is, like, it really is just a cliche that I'm just going to repeat here. But I'm a firm proponent that anyone on YouTube can do whatever they want as long as it's not at the detriment of anybody else. Hell, anyone on the internet can do whatever the hell they want as long as it's not at the detriment of anyone else. Hell, anyone in life can do whatever they want as long as it's not to the detriment of anybody else. Criticism is certainly important, and it is very important to take into account criticism. But you need to know where the line is between criticism and outright negativity, and you need to be able to kind of set up a defense against that negativity. You need to have something that you can think of, some end goal, some end result, some happy feeling that you can just turn to whenever the negativity starts coming in. Because like I say, the negativity will start coming in a huge burst. It will spike at one point. And if you can't weather that storm all the way to the other side, then fair enough. You know, it's unfortunate that you're going to stop doing what you're doing, and I think a lot of LPers will quit for that reason. But at least have some idea of what you're going to do when the negativity starts, is what I'm saying. Just in case there actually is anyone out there that I'm inspired to do LPs or whatever. I mean, in my case, for example, I have like a couple of LPers that I can go and watch some of their videos, and I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I can do this again. You know, those LPers are people like SSOHPKC. I don't watch all his videos. I don't usually watch his videos at all. But when I'm feeling down, I just go and watch one of his series, usually all the way through, whatever like the latest thing he's done is. And then I'll just be like, yeah, fuck the haters, right? And for me it's SSOHPKC, for other people it might be someone different. Find something that you can... Find something that makes you remember, you know, the love of LPing, the love of what you're doing. I'm saying LPing, this advice extends to anything. If you're drawing on DeviantArt, have something that makes you remember why you draw. And then if the trolls do come in, if the haters do come in, retreat to that thing. This is just... I don't know what I'm talking about. Small piece of advice, just in case it helps anyone. Helps me, so there we go. Helps me get through the day. Will you play more Slender? The game Slender 8 Pages, probably not, but I do intend to do Slender the... Is it Slender the Awakening? I think it's Slender the Awakening. Because I know that Slender the Awakening I'm actually really looking forward to, because I know that the team behind Marble Hornets, which is a web series that I really am a big fan of, the team behind Marble Hornets have actually been working on the writing for that game, so it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I can say that with pretty much certain confidence. But Slender the 8 Pages, I highly don't think so. I don't know, I've... let's just stop that sentence there. Oh, and also, are you enjoying the snow? Yes, to an extent, although being in Liverpool there's been barely any. Liverpool always tends to get less snow than anywhere else in the UK. I think it's probably because it's so close to the coast, and like we've had a little bit one day, I think on the day that I posted that video actually. But, you know, it was gone by the afternoon, so it's kind of unfortunate. I just kind of want to go back to Bolton at this point, just so that I can experience the snow. Oh well. I hope you play The Witch's House or Yume Nikki. They are both RPGs like Ebe, and happy you have 2,000 subscribers. I've been looking into doing Yume Nikki. I know it's a fairly well-respected, you know, game of its genre. I've doing a lot of not looking at the camera. I've been realising that all the way through this, and I've just been like, mumble away, look in that corner, look in that corner, look in that corner. Okay, stop it. Witch's House I've never heard of. Yume Nikki I have, and it's meant to be good. I've not seen any LPs of it, so I should probably do that at some point. Again, it's on the pile. You made me feel so happy ever since New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. You are amazing. The sentiment is very appreciated, thank you very much. Also, Mad Father is a really good game, a lot like The Witch's House and Ebe. Mad Father. Okay. Listen, I've gotten about 6 requests to do Mad Father in the last couple days, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to youtube.com/PewDiePie.
Oh wait, I had the crowbar.
Yep, just as I thought, he is doing it. Anytime PewDiePie does an LP, I just get loads of requests to do it, but the thing is, if I do the LP, then I'll be accused of copying him. Do you see my dilemma here? Give me that sword. What? You mean this sword? Where did you get that sword? I've already mentioned a site called Dragon Reborn. It was for about £40, but it's actually really good quality for that price. And it came with this. Well, that about does it for this. If you have any burning questions that were not answered, then I'll probably do another subscriber special at 5,000. If you want that to come sooner, go ahead and advertise me. Tell a friend. But no, really. I hope I can keep all the promises I've made in this video, because I know I've promised to LP a lot of things. And I gotta say, this turned out to be more of a request video rather than a Q&A video, but whatever. They're the questions you want to ask, so I can't really complain about that. So, I realise I'm already at like 2,050, which is a little bit ridiculous because I only put up the video like 3 days ago, was it? So I've managed to get 40 or so subscribers in that time, which is crazy. But, yes. That's gonna be it for this answer video. I think I've answered all the questions satisfactorily. If you have any follow-up questions, go ahead and post them in the comments. I'll probably check the comments for this one and reply to stuff more than I do on other videos. And generally, go check out the videos, like this one and stuff, and comments and stuff, and I don't know. And hopefully I shall continue producing the kind of videos that you guys like, because apparently, since there were no negative comments on this particular video, apparently you guys like me. Oh. See you guys. Okay, we're going the wrong way. Okay, we're going the wrong way. Engine malfunctioned. Right. Okay, we're going, okay, turn, windscreen wipers on, There, where the hell am I going? Where? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see the problem. I can't move.